out how to make it work, friends. I have to ask God for the strength to write the vision, especially if you're shame-based. Because if you have the disease to please, they call it codependence, then somebody who was very, very sick told you or shamed you when you were following your own vision or maybe doing something that you wanted. So a lot of times people have shame attacks and are not even aware of the shame attacks. And so the shame comes up, write the vision, I'm not worthy of it. The shame comes up, and most people want to run away from shame. Most people don't want to deal with shame. But we have to deal with shame if it's stopping us from moving forward. And one of the best ways to deal with shame, and what I mean by shame is carrying somebody else's shame. In other words, if you feel worthless, Pia Melody says that means you are carrying shame that belongs to someone else. In other words, someone shamed you, shame on you for wanting to do what you're here to do. Oh, shame on you for acknowledging your wants and needs. Shame on you for owning your own thinking. Right? That's why I prefaced it by saying some very sick people. So when you feel the feeling of shame, the first thing to do is open up your mouth and call it what it is. Shame, you are of the devil and you are a liar. I do not have to carry shame that does not belong to me. I don't have to feel ashamed about whatever the devil is trying to make you feel ashamed about. I don't have to feel ashamed about writing down the vision, especially if this is what God says in His Word, that this is what He wants me to do. I don't have to feel ashamed of obeying the gospel of Christ. I don't have to feel ashamed about that. And the Bible clearly says that I've been called to a vocation. And one of the ways I'm going to get there, if I'm not doing it now, then what is it? It's a vision. And a vision is something that's in my mind's eye, but not something that's happening necessarily in the present. And our God says, well, if you want it to happen in your present, the first thing you need to do is get a piece of paper and a pen and write down what the vision is, even if you do it sloppy, even if you do it messy. But the problem is, I wasn't able to do it at all. Shame attack or no shame attack. Vision wasn't getting written. So then, this older man gave me the answer. He's a very wealthy man. He lives in Culver City. And we were leaving this building together, and he said, we don't have the power to do anything. He goes, ask God for the power to think powerful thoughts, and ask God for the power, the strength, the power and the strength, the power and the strength to write your vision, because without writing it, it's not going to happen. And if you're not doing it on your own, then you need some power. You need the power of God to come in and help you.